face check, face check, face check, eyebrow check, hair check, check, check. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Okay, we're ready to get in this video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are back at it again with another video. Before we get into this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment in the comment section below. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're new, leave a heart at the bottom. And if you're old, say, hey, how you doing? And we're going to get on with this video. So today's video, let me not reach for my planner yet. Hold on. Hold it. Okay, so today's video, we're going to be talking about mental health, that we're going to be discussing mental health within the Black LGBTQ community. The reason why I wanted to discuss mental health within the Black LGBTQ community is because I struggle with it myself. I'm Black, I'm a part of the LGBTQ community, so why not discuss this topic on this channel? And I'm going to be focusing more on mental health on this channel too, after we're done with the relationships part. But I'm going to be focusing more on the mental health as well. So, I know you guys probably seen videos on YouTube where they talk about mental health and stuff like that with the Black community, the Black LGBTQ community. So I wanted to bring awareness to this because we don't have that many videos talking about this on YouTube. So, with further ado, let's get into this video. So I feel like with the LGBTQ community, a lot of people struggle with mental health. And I feel like that is really sad. It's really sad that a lot of us struggle with mental health. And of course, they got to be people of the LGBTQ community. Now, a lot of people might struggle with depression. A lot of people might struggle with anxiety. A lot of people might struggle with, what's another one? Depression, anxiety, PTSD, and all that stuff. And I feel like that's really sad, and we really shouldn't have to struggle with that, with those things, those terms. But it's really hard dealing with a mental illness because people treat you different, and they don't understand us from our point of view, but they try to understand us from their point of view, and then they don't really understand what we're going through as people. So I feel like if you have a mental illness, stay strong and fight it, and make sure you're on your meds daily, because if you're not on your medication daily, you need to be on your meds daily. That is very important to take your meds, because you never know when something's going to pop off. You just never know when something's going to pop off. I take my meds daily. I will be honest, I do take my meds daily. But some days, I have those days where I have a lot to do, and I skip those days where I don't take my meds. So I'm going to explain to you a couple points, what I wrote down for people with mental health and stuff like that. I got my handy dandy planner, and we're going to get on with this. Okay, mental health conditions is affecting the people of the LGBTQ community. People in the LGBTQ community experience mental health struggles. They experience depression. Some people can be really sad. Some people could cry every day. Some people's moods can change every day. And sometimes my moods change sometimes, but most of the time I'm always happy. So I don't really deal with depression a lot because I take my medication every day. But if I didn't take my medication every day, I would be depressed. People have post-traumatic stress disorder. I didn't really do my research on this, but it's called PTSD pretty much. And a lot of people do struggle with this. I hear stories on it, but I didn't really do my research on that, so I'm not going to express my feelings on that too. But they have risk of alcohol use, so people with the mental illness can start doing alcohol, and when they start going through their problems, they can start doing alcohol, especially if they're part of the LGBTQ community and they're not out the closet. They're struggling with coming out the closet. They're struggling with the mental illness. That can definitely turn into alcohol use, and they can become an alcoholic, or they could just drink a lot and not even realize they're doing it. People with mental health illnesses or part of the LGBTQ community, they are at risk of abuse. I have been at risk of abuse in my relationships, and I guess people don't really understand that when you have these things going on inside of you, people don't understand you as a person. So that's how I feel. With having mental health conditions and being a part of the LGBTQ community, they have a fear of being accepted into the family. Some families don't accept people that have mental illnesses or if they're a part of the LGBTQ community. Being a part of the LGBTQ community and having a mental illness can be hard to deal with because one, you feel like you're not being accepted by your family, your friends, and just people in general. And two, people don't understand your mental illness and what you're going through. So you have two things that could really hinder you from a lot of things. But a lot of family members disown their other family members because they are a part of the LGBTQ community and they have a mental illness as well. They just don't understand us. And some people might have mood disorders too as well. So that's another example of a mental illness. Another example of a mental illness is schizophrenia, psychosis, and a major depressive disorder. Those are all mental illnesses and stuff like that. So I feel like with mental illnesses in the LGBTQ community, it's really hard to deal with, and we all have our own stories. We all have our own battles. We're all fighting for something. And I feel like you have to be around the right people in order to be motivated, stay strong, and stay encouraged, and try not to be so depressed all day and stuff like that. Because I know being a part of the LGBTQ community and having a mental illness can be hard. I know because I deal with it, but I fight through it on a daily, and I try to take my medicine on the daily. And I try to just stay positive. If you stay positive, positive things will happen. And that's what somebody told me. I'm not really a negative person. I don't try to be negative. I try to stay positive as much as I can. So my mom always tells me to take my medicine. She's always on me about my medicine. My dad is always on me about my medicine. So I try my best to take my medicine as much as possible so I will not end up in a mental hospital. Mental hospitals. Okay, so people of the LGBTQ community might end up going to mental hospitals if they struggle with mental illnesses. Some people of the LGBTQ community don't feel accepted into the hospitals because they might judge you for your sexual orientation and stuff like that, especially transgender people. So being in a mental hospital is really hard because this could be your first time in a mental hospital and stuff like that. But my first time in a mental hospital was a little bit scary. I didn't know where I was at the time, and I was a little bit scared. But I got through it. So you will get through it when you're in a mental hospital. You will have that support. They will help you and stuff like that. They will help you if you don't know what to do. They will help you to get you back on your meds and stuff like that. But I feel like if you don't feel accepted because of your sexual orientation, that could be a little hard they could take a toll on yourself too, but you just have to be at the right hospital at the right time. You don't have to tell them that you're a part of the LGBTQ community while being in the hospital. But if they ask you, then okay, then I'll see why you will feel like that, but you don't have to tell them that you're a part of the LGBTQ community. You don't have to tell them that you're lesbian. You don't have to tell them that you're gay. You don't have to tell them that you're bisexual. You don't have to tell them that you're transgender, or you don't have to tell them that you're queer. You don't have to tell them any of that unless they ask you or it's on the paperwork. If they treat you any different because of your sexual orientation in the mental hospital, then that's something you're going to have to take up with their boss or the CEO of that hospital or whatever. So I feel like, just try to stay positive as much as you can with dealing with the mental illness and being a part of the LGBTQ community. Don't ever change who you are because of how people treat you. Because if you change who you are because of how people treat you, because you're black, you're a part of the LGBTQ community, and you have a mental illness, um, don't ever change how you are as a person. I feel like being black, having a mental illness, being a part of the LGBTQ community can be a lot on one person, but I feel like people will not treat you. People will treat you differently because of your race, but I feel like those are just racist people. Not everybody will treat you different because of your race, but people will treat you different because of your mental illness and because of your sexual orientation. Doesn't necessarily have to deal with your race and stuff like that. Because I don't really get that much hate or anything with my race. People know I'm black because of my hair, but you know, they're not gonna teach you. They're not gonna treat you different because of your race. Because um, only racist people do that, and there's a lot of racist people out here. But if you don't come across racist people that much, you won't really have that issue. But if you have people that don't understand mental illnesses and don't understand the LGBTQ community, then you will come across that issue. So if you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment in the comment section below. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're new, leave a heart at the bottom. And if you're old, say, hey, how you doing? And what do I say at the end of every video? Deuces.